Today we're going to talk about hitting your goals in 2019. And at the end of this, we're going to have a special little announcement. Okay, like I said, we're going to talk about hitting your goals in 2019. Before we get into this, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, liked the video, left a comment, get on here, do that. Leave a comment at the end of this video. Hit the subscribe button right now. It's right in the bottom corner of the screen. Might be pointing to the wrong corner. One of the corners, there's a little subscribe button. We're going to keep pouring out information. We're going to keep bringing value, and we want you to be there. I also want to thank everyone who subscribed so far and watch this journey as we continue to grow, as we continue to share more, as we continue to offer more for everyone around us. It has been an awesome journey, and it is only 5 years in. I would have never imagined where I'm at now was even possible. You know, every year we set these goals, and I don't even, sometimes, to be honest with you, I don't even know if it's going to be possible to hit those things. And even when we don't hit them, coming so close and doing so much and growing so much and being able to give so much and have so much around you with other people, it's amazing. So it has been an amazing journey, and it has been a blessing to be able to share with everyone that watches our YouTube channel, watches our business Facebook, my personal Facebook, my business. Yeah, there's so much going on. It's just been crazy, but let's get into this, guys. So in 2019, we need to set goals and hit them. You know, I was always told a goal's never too big. You know, just because you set the thing way up there and it seems crazy, that's not a bad thing. You know, if you shoot for the stars and your feet land in the clouds, I mean, you're still kicking butt. Because some people aren't even thinking, they don't even see anything as possible. They shoot for the tops of the trees when there's so much more available in life, and you want to be able to use and have everything available in life. So with that being said, you know, really the first topic of this is this year, I want to challenge you to grow personally. And this is going to go over 3 different topics that I'm going to kind of, you know, talk about that personal growth, anything that you can pour into yourself, learn, build, conferences, reading, looking at other businesses. You know, I look at other things and I figure out what could we be doing different that they're not doing, or what are they doing that they're doing better that we need to implement, all these different things. So let's keep rolling. The first one is reading books. The book I'm reading right now is Ray Dalio, Principles for Life and Work. It's amazing. It's another one of those things that just makes you think about all that is out there. You know, all those different ways that people think, looking at how people operate. They just went over a portion of this book that I was listening to. They just talked about whether you're closed-minded or open-minded. And they talked about how open-minded people are so successful. Because instead of approaching a situation like you know it all, they approach a situation with their thought and then ask for opinions. They want to test what they're thinking against everyone, besides just going out there and acting like they know it all. And I have always, to a fault, wanted to get everyone's information, not because I'm a super successful person. We've had our successes, we're still working on it, but I've always known that if you get a bunch of minds together looking at what you're doing, and if everyone's telling you you're doing something wrong, maybe it's time to reevaluate. If everyone's saying, man, you're kicking butt, you're doing great, then things are good. And that's so good to look for. You know, some people, sometimes even I get caught up in thinking that, hey, what I'm doing is right and I don't care. And all that does is make you spend more time doing the wrong things and continue on something that, you know, we've got a very finite life compared to the world, you know, everything. We are here for a very, very brief time. We need to make the biggest difference we can, do as much as we can for our family and friends, and create a life that is amazing for the short time we're here. So that's the first one, reading books. I was telling you about a book I'm reading. I challenge everybody to continue reading or continue absorbing from someone. I'd slowed down on books because I've been into so much Grant Cardone training and listening to a lot of his podcasts and YouTube videos, but I'm trying to get back in and do a little bit of both. So reading has changed our business. The second one is strategizing and systematically trying to build the machine that you desire. So, that goes back into looking at what other businesses are doing. Strategically look around in your market. And if your market is, if you're not that impressed and you think you're doing everything they're doing, look to another market where there's much bigger players, and look around until you find what you're looking for, some new things that you could try and implement. One thing I like to do, I like to look at Lawn and Landscape's top 100 and start working my way down through a company and trying to find a company that resembles ours, and then try to dig into their information and see what they do, how they do it. You can also meet people at different industry events. That is huge. We've went to different conferences. We've went to business, our industry related, like Service Autopilot conference. Got to meet a guy that is running a huge landscape company. They're in the Inc. 5000 fastest growing privately held companies. Getting to talk to other people like that allows you to get information and strategically and systematically build your business, if that makes sense. Get the right information. Don't just try to always be recreating the wheel. And I know we're all bad about that. I'm bad about it. I always want to tinker with something and recreate it, but there's so much good already going on out there that you can fly through a lot of things by just using what other people have and building upon that and then tweaking that and making that better. Okay, my next point is goal setting and planning. Guys, this is huge. This is huge to set goals. Like I said, this whole video is about hitting your goals and setting your goals and reading books to learn how to make yourself better so you can hit your goals, and systematically and strategically planning so you can hit your goals, okay? Guys, you've got to have big goals. Don't just want little tiny things. There's so much opportunity. I need to drink coffee, it's a little early. There is so much opportunity in this life. You shouldn't limit that. You shouldn't only grab at a little bit of that. Now, definitely do what you want to do. If you want a small business, big business, that's not what I'm saying, but squeeze all of the juice out of whatever you're wanting to do. Whether that be solo, whether that be the biggest company in the world, whether that be you want to make the best lollipops that were ever invented, whatever it is you want to do, squeeze everything out of it because there is so much available. And this goal setting and planning that I'm talking about, it is so crucial because, your goals in your life, those goals, when you lay in bed at night and you think about, I really want to do this, or I really want to do that, or I want to have this, or my business needs to do that. If you never write those down, you might as well just consider those dreams. Because until that thought up here hits the paper, it's nothing. And it will never be anything. Very, very rarely do you have a thought up here, never put anything in place in the world, and it comes to fruition. I hope I used that word right. My wife says I'm horrible about saying words and not using them correctly. So if I didn't, I'm sorry. But write those goals down. And then with all these other things, strategically and systematically attack these. And then with all of that involved is the goal setting and planning, is that plan. That's a part of that strategic part, but the planning to hit this. So, we're already sitting down and we're talking about 2019. It's going to be our biggest year ever. I don't know. I've told someone before, I don't know why I want to do what I want to do. I mean, I know that I want to create the best life for my family and friends. I want to live a life of abundance so I can help my family and others. I want to create an amazing job for tons and tons of people. I want to create a team of people that work together. I want to create a business that when I die, if I die, operates without me. I looked at my office employees and I said, if I died tomorrow, how long would you have this business? And start thinking like that. I'm not saying think about dying all the time, but if I died tomorrow, how long would you have a job? How long would my wife be fed? How long would my kids be fed? And then that makes me realize that I need to be planning. I need to be goal set. I need to be growing. So we sat down and we planned. We looked at 2019. We said, who are the new employees in the office? Who are the new employees in the field? How many crews are there? What's the revenue goal? What's the profit goal? What's the team look like? Is the team, how many members on the team now are team members that in 2019 are going to be the people? How many members on the team now in 2019 are no longer going to be there because they don't fit the pie? And that's the thing about being a business owner. You have to make hard decisions, and you have to build it the way you need it to be and not always just be nice about it. I fired a great guy the other day. Yes, he made some huge mistakes, but when I first started my business, I wouldn't have fired him. I would have let it go. I would have kept trying to make it better and kept trying to make it better. But you have to do it. Do not be afraid of it. So guys, I'm going off on the side again. I'm building on this planning, but I can't stress enough that if you have a goal, write it down. Then plan how you're going to hit it. And don't just say, well, we're going to sell some more work and it's going to happen. Think about the people required, the marketing required, the organization, the team, the equipment, and look if it's something you can do, look if it's feasible, and then shoot for the stars and nail the stars of the clouds, guys. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want you to do in 2019. That's why I want you to follow these videos. That's why I want you to hit the subscribe button. That's why I want you to grow with us, and I want to share with you. And I want you to take any information I've got, create your own YouTube channel, start sharing it, start taking other information, start sharing it. The more you teach, the more you preach, the more you learn, the more you grow. Let's go. Okay, so guys, you've been waiting for it for this whole video. I hope that whole thing wasn't tacky. I just made that up. I didn't write that down. So you've been watching this whole thing. You've been listening to me yak. You said, Jacob, stop talking about goals. Stop talking about planning. I want to know who won the 2-on-1 mentoring. So it's time. It's here. We're reading it. And the winners are, sorry about shaking the camera there. Jessica Dar, congratulations. Megan Stotts, congratulations. And Andy Burleson. I hope I didn't butcher your last name. I'm horrible with names. Guys, I look forward to working with all of you, getting some things in place that are going to help you do exactly what we're saying, kill 2019. I appreciate every application to this that we got. We read through all of them. They're all amazing. It was super hard to dig through these and get where we wanted to be with these and get some people picked out that we're going to work for this program, for this first launch. We're going to continue to roll on. We're going to make these people ambassadors. We're going to change their business, and I can't wait to help you as well. Have a good one, guys. 2019, let's kill it. See ya.